Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel, and in front of you might be the best Rolex Pepsi GMT homage out there. Now remember, I'm not talking about the most affordable or cheapest one. These cost a fair bit, oftentimes this much, but they're quite often found second hand, and it seems to keep value fairly good. Now the Pepsi GMT from Rolex, it's a beautiful watch, a wonderful watch, and also has gone up in price a lot over the years, making it unattainable for a lot of us, and hence all of the homage watches out there. So what you get here is a actually Swiss-made homage watch in the Steinhart Ocean 1 red and blue, they call it. I don't think they dare call it a Pepsi, they call it a red and blue, but it's a Pepsi dial. So let's start off with some specs and specifications. We have a 39mm case and a lug-to-lug of 47mm. The height is 12mm, excluding that Cyclops. We have some BGW9 Super Luminova, and we have double coatings of AR underneath that sapphire crystal, and running this one is a Sellita SW330-2. Now I will get back to the movements in a little bit. And here is a loom shot of that BGW9 Swiss Super Luminova, and as you can see, all the indices, all the hands, it's super evenly applied. It glows very brightly indeed. And not only is there a loom pip at the 12 o'clock, there is a whole loom triangle that glows equally as well as the rest of the watch. So why do I think that this is the best homage out there? Well, it's just so well built. Let's start off with the bezel, ceramic insert. I used to have the aluminum insert before, loved that watch, sold it, regret it ever since. Bought a new one, this time with the ceramic insert. The bezel, solid, as solid can be, very little backplay, and it aligns beautifully. Now all little details are extremely well executed. Look at that fit on those end links, solid end links of course. Look at that fit on the end links on the lugs. A little bit of curvature to that case. Very thin on the back. It's quite thin overall, only 12mm. And one thing you can often see when it comes to homages of Rolexes is the Cyclops. Look at how well aligned that Cyclops is. And also the date magnification is really good. Oftentimes the Cyclops will be a bit wobbly, or the magnifications will be very small, but this date magnification is beautifully aligned. And look at the sweep of that Swiss-made ETA movement. Now talking about the movements, it's a bit of a confusing story. Sometimes you will have a ETA movement in this. The old one I used to own was an ETA movement. This is a Sellita movement, so Swiss-made either way. 25 joules, really well made movement, workhorse movement, and I don't know if I can say this enough. This watch is just so damn comfortable. No sharp edges anywhere. Everything is beautifully finished. All the brushing is stunningly made. The polishing, as you can see, hello, is very well polished. The logo is nice. The text is sharp. Also in that bezel insert, super sharp. The Jubilee is extremely comforts the wrist extremely well. Clasp is solid, nice little details, and it's just gorgeous. But now that I've praised this watch so much, do we have any moans and niggles? Well, there's only one moan, and it might be an interesting one and more of a discussion than a moan. Now, Steinhart has made their name making homages and Rolex homages, and I think some Tudor homages as well. But Tudor is Rolex, so yeah. Had this watch been as well built as it is, the case as it is, with similar finishing, but not being a homage, I would have loved it. I think they carry enough quality to make their own models, and they've started to make their own models. And let's call some of them inspired by Rolex or similar. But I've been on the hunt. I sold, as I said, my old Steinhart Pepsi, and I regretted it. I wanted a Pepsi GMT in my collection. I looked around a lot. Many of the other GMTs out there are either super duper expensive or have the wrong proportions for me. The only other 39mm Pepsi GMT I could find was the Yema. Didn't really like it, to be honest, and it's a bit more expensive than I feel comfortable buying a Yema for, even pre-owned. So I found, when I saw this come up on the pre-owned market, I just had to grab it because it's so damn comfortable to wear. Well, there is one more moan that I might actually have. This clasp is very well made, secure, milled, but no on-the-fly micro adjust. Now it has 4 points of micro adjustment, but at this price point, with the watches coming up now, like the San Martin I unboxed recently and so on, with all the on-the-fly, beautifully on-the-fly micro adjust variations, you should add this Steinhart to your arsenal as well. On-the-fly adjustable clasp. That's the only build flaw I find in this watch, to be honest. Had it not been a Rolex homage, I would have actually liked it even more. So that's the thing about homages or watches like this. Sometimes you just want a nice watch. I'm not buying this Rolex homage to pretend that I own a Rolex. It doesn't pretend to be a Rolex, it's a Steinhart, but well, it takes a lot of inspiration from Rolex, don't you think? It's not a one-to-one copy. The proportions are different than a GMT Master. But when I put it on wrist, 17 centimeter wrist, it just sits so well. I have a bit of a narrow wrist and I like to wear my watches on the bone. The tapering of that Jubilee with that nice little curvature, 47mm lug to lug, 39mm case. It fits so well. Beautifully made. Beautiful little watch. And awesome, just awesome. And according to me right now, the best Rolex GMT homage out there. What do you think? Do you agree? Are there better ones? I'm not saying more that this is the most affordable ones, but in build quality and what you get for your money, I would dare say this is, if not top 1, at least top 3. But what do you think otherwise? And please comment what do you think about homage watches in general. It would be interesting to hear your thoughts about this subject. And that's it, guys, for this time. Until next time, please take care, stay safe, please like and subscribe, and bye bye.